Hopefully we are live and good to go. Just going to make sure that I'm coming up on my phone because the laptop is not playing. It's playing funny buggers. There I am. There I am. Excellent. So, hi everyone. Happy Saturday afternoon. Even though I've been trying to get this live done for 2 weeks now. I hope you're all going well. Hope you're all happy and I hope you're well. Now, for those of you, you're not going to see my face today because I am so tired and we've been out most of the morning playing footy. Hi, got a couple of viewers there. Then we drove out to Rosewood to get some meat. I know exactly what you're thinking, but you know, you're not married to my husband. So we played footy at Ipswich and my little man got man of the match, which is very awesome. So hi, Lyndall. For those of you who are just joining, don't normally watch my page, and I might just have come up randomly in your feed. My name's Wendy DeWaken, and I am coming to you live from Forest Lake, which is the western suburbs of Brisbane. And today is all about old and new. So the concept of this Facebook Live is that I want to be able to share with you something that maybe was in the catalogue last year or has been for the prior couple of years. It's sitting at the back of your cupboard and you haven't used it for a while and you want to know what it's going to look like with some new product. So that's the whole concept of old and new. Not necessarily old as in retired product, but old as in has been around for a little while. So pop by, say hello if you're there. What I'm going to do today is I am going to show you how to make this cool card. And everyone's going, where's the old, where's the new? Okay, old, new. Okay, let's do it again. So I'm using the Brick and Mortar embossing folder with the new Beautiful World stamp set. Okay, and those of you who did you love this card, thanks. I only finished it like probably 3 minutes ago. That's the issue with me, as I'll walk around all week with, I know what I want to do in my head, but grabbing the time to sit down and make it doesn't always happen. So it is probably a little bit of a mail-based card, as this particular stamp set does lean itself towards mail cards. So please feel free to tune out if you're not into mail cards. So yes, we're using the Bricks and Mortar with the Beautiful World, and I'm going to get started because I reckon I've got another storm coming. We just had a ripper come through a couple of hours ago, which when you're renovating in your backyard is basically sand and it just turns it to mud. So anyway, I'm not out there. So now, yes, so this is what I've done. Obviously, you can see I've used the Bricks and Mortar for the background. I've done a bit of blending with my inks around the edges to give it a nice aged look. I've also done some colouring with the blends, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. I have popped a little bit of gold twine on there, which is part of the Forever Greenery suite. Yes, people would say, well, you're giving it to a male. Yeah, they're not going to know. They're not even going to know that gold is on there because, you know, men don't notice things like that. Well, my husband would, but anyway. And then I'm going to talk about each of these embellishments. There is a die in this set, which a lot of people are going, well, what's it for? If you think about the stamp set and the suite, it is male. It's geared towards male. It's geared towards the men. So this thing here, I have no idea what it's called, but this is what I would substitute for ribbon. Okay, even though I've put a little bit of twine on there, think of this as a ribbon substitute and use it in that way, and it opens up a whole lot of possibilities for you. So let's get started. I've already got my base card cut, and excuse me because I'm just going to have a drink of tea because I've got a crotchety throat. Big slurp there. Okay, so I've got my base card. Really want to shoot through this quickly. I know some of you got other things to do on a Saturday afternoon. Listen to me ramble. How's that light? So I've used Early Espresso for my base card and Crumb Cake, I think, for my card mat, and what I've actually popped through the what's it called? The embossing. Just trying to get all this in focus. The embossing folder. Now I'm going to take my blending brush, which is those makeup brushes you can get at Daisy-O, or however you say that. But I have noticed of late, because I do follow a lot of shops on Facebook, like scrapbooking stores, a lot of Australian companies are coming out with their own. So Uniquely Creative has come out with one. I would not be surprised if we don't see something from, well, Stampin' Up need to. I mean, it's a case of putting your logo on there and just doing it. So I'm going to pick up some ink. A lot of people work down here with the brush, holding the handle down there. I don't like that. I like to have a bit more control, so I work with the head of the brush. I start off. Now the first go around my edges is going to be the lightest. I don't want to lay down too much color to start with, and I'm going from on my grid paper, bringing it onto the card. The reason being is if I go straight onto my card, I'm going to get what looks like that, blotchy. So I'm bringing it from the grid paper onto my card, and I'm just going to build up my color. I will probably go around 3-4 times maybe. I'll see how I feel. I'll see what it looks like. And before we go today, something exciting showed up in the mail. My paper pumpkin kit. You're crafting with me, Lyndall. Oh, how is your dad? He's 80. Good on you. I still remember that day he came and sat there all day while we crafted in King Roy at our crop day. Actually, one of my mum's around anywhere. Okay. So you can see I've started to build up colour. Okay, we want it to look a bit vintagey. It is technically for a man. Again, I'm using the brush, holding it by the head because I like to control it rather than back down here. And you can see I kind of just hit my ink pad. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks kind of old and vintagey around the side. Very happy with that. All right, let's close off that. Okay, what do I want my top to be? Yep, happy with that. So I'm going to stick that down with some tape that I had lying around. Now I haven't got it. I just finished cleaning up from making this. He's going well. That's awesome. Like I just said, we had a huge storm down here. So yes, something exciting showed up in the mail. I think I was going to say that, the paper pumpkin kit for class next week. My online paper pumpkin kit. I get excited about paper pumpkin because we don't get it in Australia very often. Like Americans get it every month. And some of the kits are just gorgeous. Okay. Don't really think there's any right way or wrong way. I'm just going to plonk it down. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of tips. I've been hearing a lot of people say, you know, I don't make very good cards, or I'm not a very good card maker, but I still enjoy it. You know, I'll say to them, why don't you think you're a very good card maker? Or, you know, it never looks right. So I'm going to give you a tip. When you look at other people's cards and you think they look fantastic, what you'll notice most of the time is there's a lot of layering involved, whether it be color, a lot of layering with color, a lot of layering with elements, or a lot of layering with stamp imagery. You'll see that the best cards always have a lot of layers, and I always try and remember that when I'm composing or putting together my cards. It is about the layers. So I've already pre-cut my, we're going to call this the male piece of ribbon, people, because that's what I reckon it's for. Okay, so I've already cut that, and I've just rounded the corners a little bit. Now, it's not going to go as long as the one that I originally did, because I only had a little bit of scrap of this. Is the new Midnight Muse color. I only had a little bit of that left. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to color my world, and I'm going to talk about blends for just a moment. So I've done a big tutorial over on my YouTube page about blends and how I use them and how to store them and how to get the best out of them and how they work. So I'm not going to touch too much on that right now, but I am going to use 3 colors, and I am going to go across color families. So I'm using Night of Navy Light, Balmy Blue Dark, Balmy Blue Light, and that will give me the color graduation that I need in that world. Okay. I did do another one that I used Night of Navy Dark, but I just found I couldn't quite get that to blend out enough for me, so I've left it out. So I'm going to come in here. You guys know I like using the long brush tip. It is absolutely personal preference, but I'm just feathering from the bottom of the world up and the top of the world down. And when I say feathering, I mean going like this. That's feathering. Okay. Those of you still learning about blends, my tutorial over on YouTube is pretty, I think it goes for about an hour, and I talk about everything to do with Stampin' blends. So, okay, now what I'm doing is I'm going back over that and I'm pulling that color out. And that's what alcohol markers are designed to do. I'm just going to take my glasses off while I color. So you can see at the moment there's a definite line there. Okay, don't freak out too much. We're going to pull some of that color right out. You won't even know. You also need to give it a minute to react with the paper that you're using. I find sometimes it's actually best to walk away, let it react with the paper, and come back and see what it looks like. Then I'm going to go with the Balmy Blue Light, and I'm going to go over, oh, I've got a really bad end on this one. I'm going to go over both those colours. I can't believe I keep, hopefully I'm still live. I've lost myself on my phone. I obviously need a new Balmy Blue because that end is disgusting. I'm going to go over both colours. Just want to pull that in, get some coverage going first. How beautiful have the days been lately? I reckon we're in for a really hot summer, which is good because you all know we're putting a pool in. Okay. You can just see, don't overthink your blending. Just, and the thing I can say to you most of all is just practice. You know, if it's something you want to learn, just practice. I'm pretty happy with that. And I always start with my darker colour first and go to my lighter, so I don't. Oh, that's a bit. That's just personal preference. You'll see other demonstrators tell you to lay down the light colour and then dark, but you blend out with your light, so I don't quite understand how I think that's going to happen if you do it that way. Anyway, there's my world. So I'm just going to die cut that now with my little die cutting machine. Now, I've got this out because this is going to be very similar to the one that Stampin' Up are bringing out very soon. And I just wanted to show you how damn convenient it is to have it sitting on your desk while you are crafting. It's going to be too big. I'm just going to have to cut that down for a minute. I have to cut more off than that. What upsets me is when my phone does not stay on my page. Okay, so that's about what you're going to be looking at if you're keen to see how the Stampin' Up one's going to work. But they are absolutely perfect to have sitting on your desk while you're card making. It has totally changed my life. I don't have to get up, move, anything. Right, there's my world. It's a little bit off center, but hey, it's a handmade card. Can't get everything we want all the time, people. Okay, you finished the picture, okay? I'm on video, mate.
I'll show you.
Quickly. Let's finish his picture. Show me, quickly. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. Okay, close the door, please.
Okay. Are you watching your video?
I'm watching, yeah, I've got to. Okay, see ya. Bye. Thanks for coming. Hey, don't tell them that you're doing something that they can't disturb you, because what do you think they'll do? Disturb you. Okay, so this is the base of my, actually, of my globe. And I'm stamping that in early espresso. I'm just going to see if I can get myself back up on my phone again. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to cut that out. There's the little stand. Line it up. If I haven't said it, I'll say it again. It is a pretty good set. Put it through the die cut machine. For those of you that are scrapbookers, which if you haven't noticed is not me, this will be perfect for you guys. Scrapbookers might get a little frustrated because you can only, although if you're doing a lot of flowers and stuff on you might find that it's okay. Okay, I'm going to glue my base down to that. Just make sure you've got it kind of as straight as you can. Awesome. Okay, so there's my globe. After I said get it straight. Mine's not straight. There you go. Excellent. There's my globe. Tonia, hello. I've just been raving for a little while. We're making, oh my God, where's it gone? Yeah. We're using my favorite set at the moment. Okay, so I've got that. I've got my globe. I need to stamp my little ink pot. So let's stamp that one. And I'm stamping that in crumb cake, I think. Yeah, I think it is in crumb cake. Yep. I was going to stick a feather on there, but I couldn't get it to work, so I ended up not doing it. Okay. Let's stick that down. Make sure that doesn't move. And this is what I'm a little bit excited about the Stampin' Up one, because hopefully, I'm hoping, because, you know, obviously I've got a little one, so I probably won't buy the Stampin' Up little one. But I'm hoping that the mini magnetic plate will fit this one that I have. That will just make my day. I will be very happy about that. Even though it probably says it's not suitable for any other die cutting machine. Okay, there's my little ink pot. What else do I need? I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. I need my little swirly whirly. Some scrap. There's some scrap. That will do. And again, this is why it's just so great. Look at that, straight in there. Gone are the days where you'd have to lift your big shot onto the desk to do these demos, eh? Gone are those days. All right, let me have a look at the card. Make sure I've got all my, I'm going to stick a couple of things that on there that I didn't have. Okay, so I want to stamp the adventure awaits and hope that it stamps straight. It's not even on there straight. There we go. I always do a practice stamp so I can make sure it's straight. Good enough for me. Perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, before I stick this on, I'm going to pop my gold twine. So this stuff frays very easily, so I've got it kind of stuck down with a bit of washi tape. And you will need to secure it with some sort of glue dot. I'm using these 3Ms which come in a lot of our kits. I don't typically use them in the kits, so they come in handy for this type of thing. You don't have to do this bow, like it's just, and if it was for a guy, you might not even do a bow, but I just think it adds a little bit of something without being too OTT over the top. And I'm going to put, let me take my glasses off again. I'm going to put a glue dot in underneath just to secure it in place. And I just shove it in and then glue it. I don't get too kind of caught up on, oh no, what's going on there? There. Everything's getting caught. Okay, so let's start putting this together, pretty much. It was a pretty quick card, actually, so I'm going to use my trimmer just to cut this one in half. So we played football out at Amberley today, and one of the big fighter jets took off. It was really exciting for the boys. They loved it. Obviously, the game stopped while everyone balked. So I'm just going to put some tape down. Sounds like someone's phone's ringing. Okay, so that's kind of what you want there. Obviously, I didn't cut as big a piece for this one as I did for that first one. Then this makes it very easy to line this up. Can probably go up. Just want to make sure you've got the same space down here as you've got up here. Well, you don't have to really. You can do whatever you want, but my OCD starts to kick in. And I'm just working with tape today because I just want to be quick. Oh, Tony, if you're still on, I was just saying, Paper Pumpkin showed up yesterday. Didn't even hear him actually come drop it at the front door. They don't even knock anymore. They just dump it and run. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. I'll just bring that out a little bit. I want to make sure that my I'm fairly even. I know exactly what you're thinking. Come on, Wendy. You don't need to be so OCD. Oh my God, that is just... That'll do, people. It's for a guy anyway. He's not even going to know. Righto. So, now that we've got that done, I have put it off to this side a little bit. This side. There's my thumb. Because obviously I've got that world there that's got to go on. Oh my God, Wendy, it's not even straight, girlfriend. Yeah, it's really not straight. Sorry, this is gonna annoy me if I don't fix it. That'll have to do. All right, so some foam dots on that one. Where my foam dots are, here they are. Just a few, one there, one in the middle. God, it's already been 28 minutes. Who's got 28 minutes to watch this? I know, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I love this set too. I just think it's just okay. So you can see my little twine is just a tad bit too long. Alrighty. So I'm going to pop. I like everything to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you're going to put a portion of the ink barrel on here and a portion of it off, I want it to sit flush. So I will pop probably a foam dot on the end and some glue on the rest. Now, you don't have to get that C, D as me, but I just find that it sits a hell of a lot better. Like it just sits nicer, in my opinion. And I think too, is you can always tell when you've got a good suite, when you can actually make use of every single element in the dies and every single element in the stamp set. And so far, that's what I'm finding. Look at that. There's your little paper quill thingy. I don't really know what it is, but anyway. Now, the same with this. I want... Oh my God, I've gone twine everywhere. I'll fix that up in a second, but some portion of that's going to be stuck. Down, so I might put some tape on that corner and some foam dots on the opposite. I think that's what I did with that one. Oh, I can hear thunder again. That was a doozy of a storm this morning. Absolute doozy. Okay. All right, so now I can maneuver that bow off to the side because I've got that glue dot underneath. Try and get it so it's not too badly over the words. So there's our card. I've managed to get that dirty again. So there's our card, and to finish it off, in my opinion, it just needed something else. So I had 2 of these left over and I didn't want to use them on that demo card. I'm going to use them on here. And I'm going to put them... I need to see myself a bit better. Facebook had changed all their settings again. So I'm going to put them up the top. And then that will be it. And then that is our old meets new little challenge. And I'm going to give it so it's got a tiny border. I don't want it flush. Well, maybe I do want it flush. Oh, I don't really care. Either way, it looks all right. So you can see it just takes this card up a notch to put these little metal accents. So in the little metal accents, you get corners and buckles. And we used buckles in our class a couple of weeks ago. And I think we used corners too for one of the cards. So you can just see that it elevates this card a little bit using those corners up at the top. And that is our old being the brick meets new being this particular stamp set. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that and have given you some inspiration. And I just want to give you a sneak peek of this is what we got delivered. And I'm not going to open it yet because it's all sealed. I'm not going to open it till we do class on Saturday night. So I'm pretty sure these are still available. So you can order them direct from the website. Make sure you put me in as your demonstrator if you don't have one. Those that are registered for class, yours are all, I think, in the mail and being delivered this week. Tony, I'll drop yours up to you because it's here with me. And we will craft. Now, they do come with instructions. So the class I'm doing was more just because we can't get together as much as we used to. So they do come with full instructions to put them together. And they should be fairly super simple cards. It's just the joy of kind of getting together and crafting, which is why I was running that particular class. So that's all from me this afternoon. Stay tuned next week. I've got my Stampin' Up! News and reviews, which I will review a couple of products and tell you all about what's going on with Stampin' Up! But there's the basic card. Hope you enjoyed this afternoon, and have a great afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.